People ask me all the time, do you like Aperture? And yes, I do. And people constantly asking me for tutorials on Aperture. And this isn't a problem. I'm not a big photo editor like a lot of my friends on YouTube are. Like MacWard66 is quite professional at it, really good at Aperture. So when it comes to tutorials and stuff, I'm probably not the best. Although I do, dabble in photo editing, I wouldn't care a bit to do some tutorials. But I'm just going to go through Aperture here, show you why I enjoy Aperture, some of the very few things it's capable of, and if you all enjoy the video, maybe I'll work on some future tutorials, because I've been requested a lot about Aperture. So let's show you what I'm talking about here. Here's my original footage, my original picture here, of me and my daughter quite a few years ago, and the one I doctored in Aperture. Let's see here. Is right here. Now if you look real close, you can see this is done real fast. I've done this as an example for this video, but you can see it's a lot more vibrant. The gas meter is removed, the tree back here in the back is removed, this little manhole here is removed, and this little manhole right here is removed. So there's quite a little bit of touching up, and we're going to go through this and show you how Aperture would do this. So here's our photo inside Aperture. Like I said, here's the other version right here. So let's just go ahead and just do a little bit of work on this and show you a few of the things Aperture is capable of. Like I said, I'm not an Aperture expert. I might be doing things wrong, might be making things not look right, because I'm not a big professional when it comes to this. It's not my forte, so please overlook anything. I'm just trying to give a demonstration here. So let's go to our, as you can see, we have a recovery. Now this, if you go to view and turn on highlight hot and cold areas, you'll get red for hot and blue for cold. And you can turn this recovery up to all that red is gone. That way you're not overexposed, see. And if there was any black that needed adjusted, it'd be blue. And I would just adjust my black point until all the blue was gone. So let me go through and adjust some contrast here. Give it a little bit of contrast and give it a little bit of definition. Vibrancy, I really like this vibrancy slider because it kind of gets the main bold colors without touching the skin too much. So let's turn the vibrancy up. Go back up here to our recovery because we've got some red pixels coming in. Let's fix that. Like that. Okay, let's go down here to our highlights and shadows and take a look at these things. Take a look at this stuff here. Okay, it's not too bad. Now I'm not going to adjust with my color too much. I can go in here and switch it to the main one here to where I got a lot more adjustments. I can go in and maybe single out, say, my shirt, for instance, and you can just work on that color. I can take the saturation just out of my shirt or bring up the saturation there, as you can see. So okay, this looks like a pretty good adjusted image here. Not too bad so far. That's pretty dull. Let me turn off my highlight hot and cold areas. It's pretty dull compared to our new image here. Okay, so now let's go in and use our little retouch brush. This is a pretty powerful little tool. You can repair or you can clone. Repair is you option click an area to define the repair source, and then you click on what you want to repair. See this little white dot here? Boom, it's gone. You see there. And that comes up as a retouch. You can see I have 1 stroke. I can delete it. If I have 10 repairs, I'll have 10 strokes. So let's go to a clone, our clone brush. Let's adjust our radius a little bit. Okay, let's option click an area over here. You'll see the little plus come up when I hit the option key. And I'm going to go over here and clone out this little thing. Right here. Like so. Then I'm going to come down here and option click a part of the sidewalk and come up here and get it out like that. Now that takes care of that quickly. You do the same thing basically for everything else. Come in here and let's get out our manhole. As you can see, the clone tool inside Aperture is really wonderful. Okay, now that takes care of our manhole, and if you want to, like I said, you can do the same thing over here and you can get rid of this tree. You go in here and quickly brush this out. Now, as you can see, our tree is history. You'd want to go in, of course, do a better job and take your time and do a little bit more work and make it look a little better, but you see. Now, you can adjust the softness and stuff after you've done this. You'll have to hit Command Z and undo it. You need to adjust your softness, opacity, and radius before you start cloning. So go in here and give this thing a whirl, a crack. Give it a real fast go over. Let's up our radius so we can get a quick swipe here. Like so. I really like the clone tool inside of Aperture. I think it's really great. Now I'm just doing this real fast. You'll have to overlook a lot of this, okay? So I'm just trying to give you all an example here of how this works. Now that's cloned in that little shiny light right here. Makes it look pretty decent. Now you'd want to go in here and touch all this up, of course. Now roughly and quickly our scene has been, things from my scene has been removed. Of course, you want to go in and, you know, like I said, take care of some of these lines and down your opacity maybe a little bit. But basically, you get the gist of it. You can see that between the original with all this cluttered junk in here and quickly run through Aperture and touched up, you get to remove the junk. You get to make the photo more vibrant. And this is just a scratching the surface of what Aperture is capable of, and this is why I love Aperture and am starting to use it more and more. I'm a video person, not a photo person, but I do have a lot of photos of families and stuff, and people's been asking me here lately to include photos with some jobs, and it's just nice to learn this, and it's a jewel. So if y'all want more Aperture tutorials, I'll try to provide those for you. If not, this is for the people who wanted to know what I thought about Aperture. It's wonderful. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.